Welcome to The Print. I'm Amna Begum Ansari. I write a regular column with The Print, and this week I have covered the incident of Radhika Yadav murder, where a 25-year-old tennis player was shot dead by her own father. The Radhika was living in Gurgaon, a city where the sheen of urban life often rubs uncomfortably against the traditional values dominating much of its rural outskirts. What could have led a father to be so violent toward his own daughter? The details remain unclear, and headlines are brimming with speculations, each theory attempting to make sense of an act that feels both unimaginable and all too real at the same time. One such report suggests that after an injury ended Radhika's tennis career, her father Deepak spent a significant amount on her treatment. But with no options left, she started coaching other instead. What might have appeared as a father supporting his daughter's new path quickly turned into something darker. Deepak had been grappling with local taunts for some time. Some remarks about his daughter's earning, how the house was running on her money, and how he was too dependent on her success. So the constant mocking chipped away at him, and despite asking Radhika multiple times to stop working at the academy, she refused. According to Station House Officer Inspector Vinod Kumar, he was troubled by these remarks and he had asked her Radhika several times earlier to stop working at the academy, but she refused and he could not take it anymore. So Deepak Yadav had a daughter who was successful and who were dreaming of making her own place in the world, and she dared to disregard the expectation placed on a woman in her own community. And that the tragedy is, it's not about one father's action, it's a reflection of a society where the idea of women financially supporting her families is still seen as something laughable, even shameful. Would they feel the same if it were a son? Of course not. Let's not pretend that such misogyny is rare. The mindset that fuels this violence is prevalent across India, not in this rural pocket, but in urban spaces as well. What happened to Radhika is tragic, but it's also a symptom of a larger, more systematic issue that goes beyond one family or one community. While the misogyny is clear, a deeper, more uncomfortable truth still remains, which we don't talk about, that many Indian parents don't see their children as an individual with rights, but as an extension of their own status and expectation. There are rigid expectations placed on them, from choosing a career to selecting a life partner. Children are pressured to conform for their parents' social validation. When children defy these expectations, the consequences can be severe. With daughters, these expectations are compounded by misogyny, turning what is already a stifling pressure into a dangerous and sometimes even lethal combination. It's not just about choosing a career or partner, it's about whether you're allowed to exist as your own person at all. Such a belief in our society can transform a supportive family dynamic into suffocating sometime. So controlling forces, especially for women. So autonomy for women become an act of rebellion in such cases, which come with severe consequences in our society. So the other heartbreaking side of this tragedy is also the to watch the reaction coming from a lot of many social media posts. The posts which are going as far as justifying this gruesome murder. Some even say that we don't know the other side of the story, and others suggest that Radhika had a relationship with a Muslim man, as if that somehow excuses her killing. Such comments basically show insidious mindset, one that not only sees a father violence as justified, but also frame her death in the context of communal tension and imagined justification. Radhika, I would say that Radhika's killing is a testimony in how patriarchy still grips the society. A woman's value is still measured by how well she conforms to the expectation placed upon her by the community. Such justification of violence against an innocent woman, whether through a communal lens or misguided notion of honor, only show the dark truth that many still see women as a property to be controlled or discarded if they step out of line. This isn't an isolated incident, it is a part of broader painful reality that continues to play out across the country until women are seen as an agent of their own destiny, as individuals who have value and agency. Such a violence will remain common along with the usual choir of excuses that follows it. For more such a video, keep watching the print.